Across the room, her mother sits rigid in a chair, watching, always watching. Ada Lovelace has perhaps hours left. If later accounts are right, the only thing she's fighting for now is a paragraph. A few sentences, dictated through waves of pain, that might, if anyone ever reads them, prove she was more than a scandal, more than a daughter, more than a footnote. But the pen is too heavy, and the century she lives in was never built for a mind like hers. Let's go back, all the way back. December 10th, 1815. A girl is born in London to the most famous and infamous poet in the English-speaking world, Lord Byron. Her name is Augusta Ada Byron. She will never know her father. 5 weeks after her birth, Byron leaves. He will die in Greece when Ada is 8 years old, a romantic ghost she's forbidden from understanding. Her mother, Lady Annabella Byron, is terrified that the wildness of poetry lives somewhere in her daughter's blood, coiled and waiting. So she does what any anxious Regency-era intellectual would do. She drowns the girl in mathematics, geometry, logic, arithmetic drills before breakfast. If numbers can kill imagination, Annabella will make sure Ada never writes a single verse. But here's what Annabella doesn't understand. She isn't killing Ada's imagination, she's arming it. By her early teens, Ada is bedridden for long stretches measles, then lingering paralysis that confines her to crutches and quiet rooms. But in that silence, something extraordinary takes shape. Ada begins to see mathematics not as a cage, but as a language capable of describing things that don't yet exist. And then, in 1833, at a London salon, glittering with chandeliers and conversation, a 17-year-old Ada Lovelace meets Charles Babbage. Babbage is a middle-aged professor with an obsession. He's built a prototype of something he calls the difference engine, a towering, clicking, gleaming cathedral of brass gears designed to calculate polynomial functions. It's beautiful, it's impractical, and almost no one in Britain's scientific establishment takes it seriously. And Ada sees something in those mechanical schematics that even Babbage doesn't fully articulate. In 1842, an Italian mathematician named Luigi Menabrea publishes a paper describing Babbage's engine. Ada is asked to translate it from French. She does, and then she does something no one expects. She adds her own notes. Not footnotes, not polite commentary. These notes are longer than the original paper, dense with insight, threaded with mathematical symbols in her own handwriting, filling margins until the pages bulge. Inside Note G, she writes what scholars will eventually call the first algorithm, a step-by-step set of instructions designed for machine execution, a program, written in 1843. For a machine that won't be built for another century. She doesn't just translate Babbage's dream, she expands and reinterprets his vision. But Victorian England does not reward women who surpass men. Ada publishes the notes under her initials A.L.L. The scientific community responds with near silence. When the work is discussed at all, it is credited to Babbage or dismissed as derivative. Ada writes letters of protest. They go unanswered. Meanwhile, her private life is fracturing. Her marriage to William King, the Earl of Lovelace, is respectable but strained under the weight of expectation. She is a countess. She is supposed to host dinners, manage estates, raise children, not fill notebooks with machine theory. Among her personal papers, hidden between scientific correspondence, are gambling ledgers, coded betting strategies. Ada, desperate for financial independence, has turned her mathematical mind toward horse racing schemes, and she is losing badly. The rumours spread through London's drawing rooms. Like smoke, debts, impropriety. Lord Byron's daughter, they whisper, corrupted after all. And beneath all of it, the medicines, prescribed for pain, exhaustion, and everything else. A slow fog rolling in over one of the sharpest minds in Europe. By 1852, the cancer is undeniable, uterine, aggressive. The doctors try bloodletting leeches, lancets, the full medieval theatre of Victorian medicine, and succeed only in draining what little strength she has left. Her mother, Lady Byron, takes control. She moves into the house. She manages the visitors, the correspondence, the narrative. Ada's husband is edged to the periphery. Babbage is turned away at the door. And here, in this dimly lit bedroom, what remains is a battle over memory. Ada, in broken intervals of clarity between pain and treatment, is said to try to dictate. She wants it on record, what she contributed, what she envisioned, what the notes actually meant. She speaks of machines that might one day compose music, manipulate symbols, model the natural world. She isn't describing a calculator. She's describing a computer. In 1852, but whatever was spoken or written remains unfinished. The pen is set down. The words trail off mid-sentence. Here is what haunts me about this story. Ada Lovelace didn't fail. She wasn't wrong. Vision goes beyond the present. True innovators see possibilities others can't yet understand. She saw the future of computation inside a drawing of brass gears and punched cards, and she wrote it down in the margins of someone else's paper, showing that leadership isn't always creating from scratch, but pushing ideas further than their originators imagined, because that was the only space the world would give her. She died in a room controlled by her mother, surrounded by medical instruments that were killing her faster than the disease, with pain, treatment, and only fragmentary final words to carry her voice. And still the ideas survived. Recognition may come late. Impact is not defined by immediate validation, but by lasting influence. That is the sound of a mind so powerful that a century of silence couldn't erase it. The algorithm endures, even when the author doesn't. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.